No one anticipated the shocking turn of events. Not the cast, not the crew, and certainly not Rasheeda. This incident is now being referred to as one of the most astonishing moments in love and hip-hop history. Cameras captured Kirk Frost in a sudden outburst that left everyone in disbelief and Rasheeda in tears. The footage, which leaked just hours ago, is rapidly circulating on social media, with fans demanding explanations and producers racing to manage the situation. However, the fallout may already be irreversible. The incident unfolded during what was meant to be a typical filming day, a simple scene featuring the longtime couple, but tensions escalated. Voices were raised, accusations exchanged, and then came the moment that sent shockwaves through the internet. Kirk lunged at Rasheeda in a manner no one could have predicted from the man she had stood by for years. Fans are now questioning what truly transpired behind the scenes. Was this an isolated incident or a sign of deeper issues? While Rasheeda has yet to make a public statement, sources indicate that she is heartbroken and ready to move on. Meanwhile, insiders at VH1 suggest that this scandal could threaten not only Kirk's future, but the entire franchise. As the production lights shone brightly, the Love and Hip Hop set buzzed with its usual frenetic energy. Cameras were set, assistants hurried about, and makeup artists applied final touches. Kirk Frost entered the set with a tense demeanor, his jaw tight as if bracing for an impending storm. In contrast, Rasheeda sat in a corner, scrolling through her phone in an effort to maintain her composure, though those familiar with her could sense the emotions simmering just below the surface. The atmosphere between them was frigid, and the entire crew could feel that something was amiss, that a breaking point was near. Unbeknownst to the audience, just moments before filming began, Kirk had discovered private messages on Rasheeda's phone. While they were neither flirtatious nor scandalous, they were deeply personal. The text describes a dramatic confrontation between Kirk and Rasheeda during a filming session, which escalates from a scripted scene to a real-life altercation. Kirk discovers Rasheeda's venting about their troubled marriage through her phone, leading to a heated exchange where he accuses her of being fake. The situation intensifies when Kirk, overwhelmed by emotion, slaps Rasheeda, shocking everyone on set. This moment is captured on camera, leading to immediate chaos as crew members react and security is called. As news of the incident spreads rapidly on social media, Rasheeda experiences a mix of shock and a sense of relief, feeling that hidden truths have finally surfaced. Meanwhile, producers scramble to manage the fallout, debating whether to halt the shoot or issue a public statement. The incident marks a significant turning point in their relationship, with the implications of the altercation likely to resonate beyond the set. Kirk Frost abruptly left a production set without explanation, leading to a viral video of him slapping Rasheeda, which sparked outrage among fans and celebrities alike. The incident prompted calls for Kirk's firing and raised discussions about violence in the entertainment industry, with the show's executive producer emphasizing that such behavior is unacceptable. While rumors circulated about Kirk's potential suspension and the future of the season, Rasheeda initially remained silent, later posting a black screen on Instagram that drew overwhelming support from her fans. Internally, Rasheeda faced a tumultuous mix of emotions, grappling with feelings of humiliation, rage, and confusion regarding her marriage and potential legal actions. The incident marked a significant turning point, exposing deeper issues in their relationship that had been concealed for years. Unlike previous public disputes, this incident represented a stark reality of domestic violence, challenging the narrative of their on-screen drama. As Rasheeda reflected on her past forgiveness of Kirk's behavior, she felt the weight of public scrutiny and the painful realization that her struggles were now visible to the world. Friends and castmates reached out, with some expressing shock while others noted that the signs of trouble had been evident for years. Rasheeda finds herself in a state of emotional turmoil as she reflects on her relationship with Kirk, who is currently avoiding contact after a troubling incident. Kirk is grappling with the consequences of his actions, attempting to justify his behavior while recognizing that he has crossed an unacceptable line. The fallout from the incident escalates as social media erupts with hashtags supporting Rasheeda and condemning Kirk, leading to widespread media coverage and discussions about his past behavior. Rasheeda's mother emerges as a strong advocate for her daughter, delivering a powerful message about the dangers of staying in a toxic relationship. Her words resonate deeply with Rasheeda, who is torn between her feelings for Kirk and the reality of her situation. Despite the emotional conflict, she acknowledges the truth of her mother's statement about love built on pain. As the network responds to the incident with a vague statement, public pressure mounts for Kirk's removal from the show, leading to a crisis for the executives. Kirk's attempt to address the situation through a video falls flat, failing to provide the accountability that fans and sponsors demand. The situation highlights the complexities of love, fear, and the struggle for self-identity in the face of abuse. The narrative revolves around a tumultuous situation between Kirk and Rasheeda, highlighting the aftermath of a public incident where Kirk slapped Rasheeda. Kirk expresses regret and defends his actions, but public backlash ensues, with fans accusing him of insincerity and gaslighting. Rasheeda, while remaining mostly silent publicly, is contemplating divorce and distancing herself from the show, indicating her exhaustion from the ongoing drama. A significant twist occurs when leaked footage reveals Kirk's premeditated anger before the incident, leading to a shift in public perception and distancing from fellow cast members. Producers begin to edit Kirk out of upcoming storylines, further isolating him. In contrast, Rasheeda showcases her resilience by sharing joyful moments with her children and employees, signaling her strength despite the emotional turmoil she faces privately. As Kirk's professional life deteriorates, with brands withdrawing support and filming halted, he grapples with the realization that Rasheeda's silence signifies her decision to move on. This silence, rather than anger, impacts him the most, highlighting the emotional complexity of their relationship and the profound sense of loss he experiences as he confronts the consequences of his actions. The situation remains fluid, with questions about Rasheeda's future actions and Kirk's ability to cope with the fallout. In a desperate attempt to regain control of his narrative, Kirk reached out to a producer for a sit-down interview, claiming he needed to explain himself before facing cancellation. Despite initial hesitations from the producer, the allure of drama led to the filming of a segment where Kirk shared his troubled upbringing and relationship failures. However, viewers perceived his words as performative and manipulative, leading to viral backlash and accusations that he was more concerned about his image than accountability. As the fallout continued, Kirk's eldest daughter unexpectedly chimed in, revealing a history of emotional volatility and toxic behavior that had long been concealed. This prompted other relatives and former friends to come forward, further complicating Kirk's situation and shedding light on Rasheeda's past experiences of manipulation and gaslighting. While Kirk's reputation crumbled, producers sought to exploit the drama for a special episode, featuring a confrontation between him and Rasheeda. Despite the enticing offer of creative control and financial incentives, Rasheeda initially declined, wanting to protect her peace. After careful consideration, Rasheeda agreed to participate under the condition that Kirk would be unaware of her involvement until filming began. On the day of the shoot, Kirk entered expecting a solo segment, only to find Rasheeda waiting for him. As the cameras rolled, she firmly asserted her voice, confronting him about the pain he had caused her, emphasizing her loyalty and the hurt she endured throughout their relationship. This moment marked a significant turning point, as Rasheeda took control of her narrative, ready to share her truth. The narrative centers around a confrontation between Kirk and Rasheeda, where Rasheeda asserts her independence and declares that she will no longer allow Kirk to dictate her story. This moment of empowerment resonates with viewers, leading to widespread admiration for Rasheeda as a role model. The footage from their encounter, though not fully aired, generates significant public interest and discussion, particularly among women sharing their own experiences of reclaiming power after difficult relationships. In the aftermath, Kirk's public persona suffers as he retreats from the spotlight to focus on personal growth, signaling a potential farewell to his previous life. However, the impact of his actions extends beyond his public image, creating turmoil within his family, especially affecting his children. His eldest daughter's cryptic social media post highlights the broader implications of the family's struggles, drawing attention to the need for healing and accountability. As rumors circulate about Kirk's secretive meetings with another reality star, it becomes evident that he is not ready to relinquish his place in the public eye. This revelation suggests a strategic move to reclaim reclaim his status on the show, indicating that the drama surrounding him is far from over. The combination of personal turmoil and public scrutiny sets the stage for ongoing conflict and potential revelations in Kirk's life. The narrative centers around two main characters, Kirk and Rasheeda, whose lives have taken contrasting paths, following a confrontation on a reality television show. Kirk is portrayed as a villain, struggling to regain public favor and facing skepticism about his potential redemption. Despite his attempts to angle for a return to the show, he finds that the damage to his reputation is significant, and reality television rarely offers second chances to those perceived as villains. In stark contrast, Rasheeda experiences a resurgence in her career post-confrontation. She receives brand offers from companies that had previously distanced themselves from her, and her social media presence flourishes as she shares her personal journey and struggles. This newfound visibility garners support from fans and fellow celebrities, who recognize her resilience and strength. However, despite her success, Rasheeda grapples with the pressures of her rising fame, feeling overwhelmed by various obligations while striving to maintain her newfound independence. Rasheeda firmly asserts her boundaries regarding Kirk's potential return to the show, indicating that she would walk away if he were to re-enter her life in a significant way. This decision reflects her commitment to prioritizing her well-being over past relationships. Meanwhile, Kirk attempts to soften his image through a public apology directed at Rasheeda, but she remains unresponsive, viewing his words as manipulative and insincere. The tension escalates as rumors about Kirk's possible redemption arc resurface, setting the stage for further developments in their intertwined stories. A close friend of Kirk, who had supported him throughout the scandal, disclosed that he had been involved with someone else while still married to Rasheeda. This revelation sent shockwaves through the already divided community, leaving fans in disbelief. For Kirk, the burden of this truth was overwhelming. He attempted to mend his tarnished public image, but it was too late. Every deception and betrayal had finally caught up with him, and he could no longer escape his past. As his life continued to spiral, the media frenzy intensified. His efforts to restore his reputation were a complete failure, exposing his personal struggles to the public eye. The news of his affair reverberated throughout the entertainment industry, leading many to question his ability to change. Fans who once supported him turned against him, labeling him a liar, manipulator, and coward. His social media accounts were inundated with furious comments, and even his most devoted followers began to doubt whether he deserved another chance. In the wake of the scandal, Kirk's attempts to reconcile with Rasheeda proved fruitless. He reached out repeatedly, sending flowers, writing lengthy apologies, and even showing up uninvited at her home. But Rasheeda consistently declined to see him. She had heard his apologies before, and this time they felt insincere. She had come to realize that Kirk could not provide the commitment she needed, and had started a new life free from his toxic influence. Rasheeda's decision to sever ties with Kirk was further reinforced when she received unexpected support from her mother, who had always been wary of Kirk. They had a candid conversation, and her mother offered her the unvarnished truth. "You have endured enough, and no man deserves to inflict this kind of pain on you. He has revealed his true self." These words served as a wake-up call for Rasheeda. She didn't require Kirk's apologies or promises, but rather sought peace, strength, and independence. As Kirk's attempts to reconcile became increasingly desperate, public sentiment towards him deteriorated. The reality television world that once embraced his drama-laden narrative now turned its back on him. Producers from Love and Hip Hop confirmed that Kirk would no longer play a significant role in the show, marking the end of his downfall as he struggled to salvage his fractured career. Despite this, Kirk's team pressed on with plans for a comeback, hinting at a new documentary-style series that would chronicle his path to redemption. The idea seemed almost too good to be true, and many perceived it as yet another calculated effort to monetize his failures. Kirk's team maintained that the project was not solely about profit. It aimed to demonstrate his potential for change, and to prove he could become the man he professed to be. However, the reality was evident. His fall from grace had been too severe, and the public had lost interest in his sob story. While Kirk's career floundered, Rasheeda thrived, her business endeavors flourished, and she became a sought-after partner for high-profile collaborations. She emerged as a symbol of resilience, a woman who had overcome a toxic relationship and grown stronger in the process. Her story resonated with millions of fans, many of whom had faced similar challenges in their lives. Rasheeda utilized her platform to inspire others, sharing her journey of self-love, independence, and empowerment. She became a beacon of hope for women who had experienced abusive relationships, showing them that they could rebuild their lives and reclaim their strength. Kirk, once the prominent figure of the franchise, now found himself a relic of a bygone era. His social media following diminished as public interest in him faded. His efforts to remain relevant appeared increasingly desperate as he clung to the past with each post and public statement. What was once a promising career had transformed into a cautionary tale, illustrating how swiftly fame can vanish when trust and loyalty are compromised. In a final bid to restore his tarnished reputation, Kirk shared a heartfelt video on social media, filled with raw emotion and regret. He confessed to his mistakes, recognized the pain he inflicted on Rasheeda, and vowed to improve. However, his words fell flat. Fans had witnessed this side of him too many times and were no longer convinced. The video elicited mixed reactions. Some fans expressed disappointment, while others simply moved on, uninterested in his narrative. For Kirk, this was a harsh reality to face. No matter how often he apologized or promised change, his actions had already spoken volumes. The trust he shattered with Rasheeda and their family could never be fully mended. He had lost not only his marriage, but also his career, reputation, and standing in the realm of reality television. Meanwhile, Rasheeda was moving forward, stronger, wiser, and more resolute than ever. She continued to rise above the turmoil, leaving Kirk and his deceit behind. The media frenzy surrounding their failed marriage eventually subsided, overshadowed by new scandals and fresh faces. In the realm of reality television, Rasheeda has gained a crucial insight: never accept anything less than what you deserve. For Kirk, the lesson was equally severe. Actions carry more weight than words, and redemption is not always attainable. Ultimately, Kirk's violent outburst towards Rasheeda was merely a single episode in a broader narrative filled with betrayal, public disgrace, and the decline of a once celebrated reality star. As the situation unfolded, it became evident that while Kirk may have enjoyed his time in the limelight, it was Rasheeda who emerged victorious. She took charge of her story, transformed her suffering into strength, and demonstrated her ability to thrive against all odds. The shocking incident involving Kirk Frost and his subsequent decline has left many in shock, but it is clear that Rasheeda has come out more resilient than ever, exemplifying true strength. Do you believe Kirk can genuinely redeem himself, or has his past finally caught up with him? We invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Is this the end for Kirk, or is there still a possibility for his comeback? If you haven't done so already, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more thrilling updates on celebrity news, drama, and the latest happenings in the reality TV world. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a story that's making waves in entertainment. Stay tuned for our next video, where we will explore the aftermath of this scandal and what lies ahead for both Kirk and Rasheeda. The drama is far from over.